Hi, I'm Pieter Loncke. I'm your product engineer at Hyundai Material Handling Europe. And today I would like to present you our new 70D-9V model. The 9V stands for stage 5. And to reach the stage 5 we had to change the engine. We came from a Cummins engine and now have a Hyundai DM4cc engine. We downgraded the engine to 2.9 liters, but we increased the power with 8 horsepower. Together with changing the engine we also changed the hydraulic system, and this gives combined a fuel consumption improvement of 18%. Next to that we have changed the cabin and also some minor details of the machine that I would like to introduce to you. When you walk around the machine, the first thing that catches your eyes is of course the mast. We have two types of masts. We have V masts and TS masts. The V masts have improved by increasing the height of the crossbeam, so that taller drivers have a better view forward. The TS masts have two free lift cylinders on the side, so we have optimal visibility through the mast. When we talk about the masts, we also talk of course about the carriages. We have two types of carriages. We have the hook-on carriage, which comes bare or with a side shift only, and we have the shaft type carriage, which is available with either a side shift only, either a fork positioner only, or like in this case with a side shift and a fork positioner. Now that we're on the side of the machine, I would like to point out some nice details to you. First of all, we have new tilt cylinders that allow the mast to be tilted 15 degrees in front and 10 degrees to the back. Next to that, we have taken the opportunity to change the position of the rear mirrors. The rear mirrors are now on the fender, which give the driver a better view towards them and towards the back. And not only the mirrors have been changed, also the machine has been tapered towards the back, so you can always see the rear tires from the windows themselves. On top of that, we have the mirrors available now with the optional mirror heating. So in the winter time, the driver will be up and running quicker than in the past. Talking about visibility, it's of course not only the windows, but we have from the 70D-9V up to the 30-tonner a completely new full floating cabin. Main features for visibility of this new cabin are the fully tempered full glass doors, which give a very good visibility to the sides. We have a single curvature front window, which allows us to have less distortion when looking to the sides. And also, of course, the area that can be reached by the windscreen wiper has been drastically increased. On top of that, we have a flat rear window, which also gives zero visible distortion when driving. The heart of the machine is of course the powertrain. The powertrain starts with the engine. The engine that we have installed in the 70D-9V is a Hyundai D4cc engine with 110 metric horsepower. Next to that we have the ZF transmission, which is always very trustworthy. And to finalize, we have a Hyundai front axle where the gear sizes of both the differential and the final gears have been increased so they work flawlessly. Of course, a powertrain always needs service. And to help you with that, we have the fully tiltable cabin to give you access to the transmission and the front axle. But for simple service, we have openable engine hoods, and that give you direct access to and the air filters on one side and all fluids on the other side. Downsizing the engine to 2.9 liters of course was not enough to meet the stage 5 emission regulations. For that you need an after-treatment system. Our machine has a very compact after-treatment system that consists of a DOC, a diesel oxidation catalyst. Then we have an AdBlue system, and finally we have a DPF filter. In the past, a DPF filter needed to be regenerated, parked. That is now history. The driver will even not notice that the DPF filter is being regenerated because this happens completely in the back. On top of that, of course, a DPF filter must be thoroughly cleaned every 3000 hours. Therefore, we redesigned the counterweight of the machine so we have very easy access to the whole after-treatment system, and the DPF filter can be taken out very easily. Now I will show you the inside of the cabin. The inside of our new cabin is packed with new features. I'll run through them with you. First of all, we have the smaller steering wheel, which reduces the fatigue of the shoulder of the driver. We have a non-contacting forward-reverse switch. The layout of the pedals has been changed, so we have now a hanging, inching and brake pedal, which allows us to have foot heating for the driver, which is convenient in winter times. The display is the same as in the 9VB series, and it has the display and the MCU combined in one package. Next new feature is the rear view camera, which now has a separate monitor to the right of the driver, so he has better view when backing up the truck. Another feature is that the main control valve has been tilted by 5 degrees, which gives easier access for the driver to the third, fourth and fifth function. Storage compartments have been increased because here on the right we now have a very large storage compartment, and we have a bottle holder which can hold up bottles up to 2 liters. Also, the button layout has been changed, and the most used buttons are closest to the driver. Next we will go on top of the cabin. There we have the Bluetooth radio as an option. On the left side we have the air conditioning control unit, which is standard. We have double lighting, which is more convenient in dark winter times because there is no shadow of the lights blocking any control inside the cabin. So you always have optimal lighting in winter time. And next to that we have the sun visor, which during daytime and in summer blocks all sun coming from the top. So this is very convenient. The Hyundai telematics system, which is called HiMate, is already in use for 10 years in the construction equipment world. Now it has been adapted for material handling, and it can be ordered as an option for all Dash 9 trucks. In its basic functionality, you always have geolocation, so where is the truck? You can see the hour counter, you can see error codes, you can see fuel consumption, and in the premium version of HiMate you can have the possibility to have access control to the trucks, either through a password or through an RFID card. And finally, in the premium version you also have collision detection, so the owner of the machine gets a real-time warning when there is a collision of the machine. It has been a great pleasure to show you around our new 7-tonner, the 70D-9V of Hyundai. I focused in this presentation on the improved ergonomics of the new cabin and the reduced total cost of ownership through the new engine in combination with the load sensing hydraulics. Thank you.